welcome to Viggy Talks, a conversation show about the creative... I can't! Welcome to Viggy Talks, a conversation show about the creative things that inspire us each and every day. My guest this month is a fellow New York-based ukulele player. He teaches ukulele and has the most energetic and bubbly personality out of all my uke friends. He ukes till he pukes. Please welcome my guest this month, Mr. Ukulele Jake. What's going on?
The crowd stands up.
They said yeah.
Yes. What's up, Vicki? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. You and our other friend Gwendolyn ran the first ever festival that I performed live at, which is the Brooklyn Ukulele Fest. And I thank you as well as Gwendolyn for being my first foray into live performing. I really hold Brooklyn Uke Fest dear to my heart, and I thank you for being a friend, for having that connection into the city, and you're just a great guy. Thanks for coming on today.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, I remember when you performed. It was great. Gwendolyn does a great job putting on the festival. She really, I think it takes a lot of work and kind of unsung hero in the whole bit, but to be able to host it, I think that year you did it, I was hosting in my crib. Yeah, it was on the back. Yeah, it was that, and then we had the tarp because it was raining.
It did rain.
It was sweet though. It was so cozy. And I remember that I had the cocktail that I made for the show, which we called the G chord. It was just lemon juice and vodka.
Awesome.
Yeah, show was lit for sure.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. That was such a cool one for me too, for having not performed live before. It immediately felt like really comfortable, and even though I didn't really know anybody there, I was like, okay, I think this is like a cool, it felt like a safe space right off the bat. So I think
yeah, and it's like
cool.
The safest spaces are the ones where they don't have to say it, I feel like. And I feel like ukulele people are pretty chill like that. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot, and I want to say like hobbyists, because I think people who play are really passionate usually, but people who are like, it's a part of their life, but it's not a part of their ego.
Right. Yeah, that's real.
But it seems to be a nice niche, and I've run, like the people I've ran into playing ukulele, like salt of the earth. I don't know if you feel like this too, whenever you're playing your ukulele out, two people come up and I had a cousin who had a girlfriend once who had a ukulele.
Yeah.
You're like, word.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, you play something in like in a public place and someone's like, yeah, my aunt's niece's brother's sister's goldfish talked about a uke once, and it's like, all right.
Yeah. You're like, this is my life. So
yeah.
I'm starting to think I've made a horrible miscalculation.
Right. Well, you have made such a great name for yourself playing the ukulele as your profession, teaching it in schools and stuff like that. So I want to segue into the question us musicians are always asked just right off the bat is, what about the ukulele made you want to pursue that as your career? Or why did you pick the ukulele to express your musical endeavors?
I didn't choose it chose me. No, I think in a certain way that's true though, Viggy. I remember I started later in life, when I was 21. I'm 32 now, so it's been a little over 10 years, and that's kind of late to the game. Like it might not sound super late to people in their 30s, right? But like I feel like all my other friends were good at guitar, proficient at guitar. I obviously went to guitar first. I was like, I'm trying to get on this. I'm trying to talk to some girls. I'm trying to make a little money. I'm trying to stay up late.
Right. That rock star life,
Yeah. I was trying to do my thing. And apparently, the guitar had already been asked to the prom. So I had to. So I rerouted to the uke. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. I can play all the songs I want to play to facilitate my singing, because I love singing, it's kind of the catalyst for me. And I just ran with it, and I realized that it seemed like kind of on the upward tick a little bit, you know what I mean, in terms of popularity. You're a great testament to that, I feel like, in your success on the TikToks, and all the other platforms too. But I just kind of tied myself to that horse, and I didn't look back because I freaking love it.
Yeah. No
How
way.
about you?
I started in high school. My band teacher actually played the ukulele.
What a cool band teacher.
Yeah, right? He just happened to have one like also on his desk when I would come in for my saxophone and bassoon lessons. He'd just have it. And I was like, "What's that back there? Can we dust that?
Yeah.
What's going on over there?"
Yes.
Um,
Say, what's in that pipe that you're saying?
right.
That's so sick. That's our G. That's one of our people for sure.
hmm but yeah,
Really
so
awesome.
it was a mix of that, and then around that same time, that was like 2014. So I mean, you had Riptide came out that year. You had 21 Pilots. You had all that stuff, and a lot of my friends were also playing uke at the time. So I was like, "What's? I gotta get in on this. What's going on over here?"
Yeah, I think that sounds about right too. I think Riptide. When did it come out? 2014. You said
I
it
think it
was.
was 14. Yeah, like 13 or 14.
Okay, got it. So you've been playing even less than I have, I guess. Then currently, right?
You said 10 years or 9 years? I'm like right around there. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that doesn't make me feel too much better having watched you play.
That's all good. We got different styles. Where I could never sing the way that you sing.
Yeah, I was talking to I was at a bar the other day. I was in the backyard. We bring the uke everywhere. You always find my piece on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Always come strapped.
I always come strapped. And so I remember we were chilling in the back and we were like jamming a little bit. And I was this one dude who's a guitarist. He's like, like it's kind of like a really chill vibe. You know, you're able to play and like kind of complement the atmosphere as opposed to, you know what I mean? Some people play and it's a distraction.
Right.
And I was like, and that got me to thinking. It's like, speaking of strengths, all right. So I'm trying to think, what is my strength, right? Because I have got positive feedback on certain things, but I think my real strength is not my singing. It's not my playing. It's that I really try and convey a feeling as best as much as I can to another person. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I've been working on this new song, One Trick Pony. So that's that kind of informs that. Yeah, on the new album, by the way. I'm working on an album.
No way. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So the name of the album is going to be Jen's Roti Shop. Uh, the reason it's called Jen's Roti Shop is because I'm currently staying in Flatbush, where I've been making a lot of progress
Mhm.
on the work right now. And when I am recording, or when I'm like writing a song, rather, um, I'll use the voice memos app, right?
Yeah.
You know, and you know
Mhm.
how it like geotags where you are.
Yeah.
Well, this is a Caribbean neighborhood, right? And so it thinks that we're in the restaurant. It thinks we're in Jen's Roti Shop. So if you've recorded more than one thing at home, which I'm sure you have, it's like, Viggy's address 1, Viggy's address,
Right.
so Jen's Roti Shop 1, 2, 12, 30, 60. And like, I was like, oh my God, that's got to be the name.
Yeah. That's so funny. That's amazing. Congrats
Yeah,
on that progress.
thank
So
you so much.
what's that like? You putting that together? How do you kind of start the songwriting process? Do you start with like a riff and go from there, or do you start lyrics first and then turn it into a song?
It's either like a cute phrase or some kind of lyric, right?
Mhm.
That I grab onto, and maybe I'll put it to a melody, and maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll start with a melody here and get the cute phrase, and then change the melody. But
Right.
it kind of starts with those blocks of like a little bit of melody and or the line itself. I
Mhm.
think is, and then kind of using the voice memo stanza here, just chipping at it until, because I'm not one of those people who cranks out a song in a day. It probably takes me a session or two. You know.
Yeah. I
Have you
have
have you been writing much lyric or no?
lyrically, I think that's kind of where I guess it would be my weak point, my Achilles heel, if you will, is lyrically, I don't know. I can't really come up with anything cool that I'm like, that's cool. I'll write something I'm like, that's weird.
It's so hard, especially when you're like, I feel like because I've gone through phases of writing a lot and not writing at all, and getting back into the writing, like that first part is it's such a. I feel like that's the toughest part. After that, like you're like whatever you write next to, like at least it's not as bad as the garbage I wrote last time.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, at least I'm going up because that thing I wrote last week, not good.
Yeah, yeah. It is like a must. It's a bit of I think you could because you have charm, you have wit. You know.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
I know I'm funny, right? But like, but I don't want to go into like Weird Al territory with it. So it's like I have to try to find a way to make like I guess like smart, quirky lyrics because I don't want
Yeah.
to fall into like parody immediately or like
No, I think yeah, and I think it could be a great inspiration. I feel like is who straddles that line perfectly is country music, right?
mm,
Sometimes those songs are just they're so like, have me wants a cold cold beer,
right,
all that kind of thing. It's got the different humor. It's like it's humorous.
right.
So I think you could do it. I think you know the subject is true,
Mhm.
right? But how you get to telling the story, that's maybe a good place where you could lace your humor. Like you're saying, yeah, you are funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are charming in that way.
Hmm, that's interesting. I'm gonna think about that. I'll try to find like little moments, maybe things that I want to write about, and then kind of like form them in a way that's like silly, goofy, but like still pure and like genuine in what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, I guess I have to do some tweaking on that. I'm gonna take that approach next time.
Or just have to go through some kind of tragedy, and then you'll have the song write itself. Basically, it'll
That's a
come right.
great point. Yeah, I gotta go through some deep shit, and then I'll write like the best song. But
Something bad would happen. I need, I need a
no,
single. I need a single.
you know, there's a great John Lennon quote that I read a while ago that I'm trying to like emulate, where he talked about how that deep like sadness that people feel inspired to write stuff with through going through something traumatic or something, the key to like songwriting, or one of the keys, is being able to do that but like when you're happy, like to have that same emotional draw from just positive things that are going on and be able to create from that, because that's
Yeah.
trickier.
Because
And
if
I'm like,
you're singing a song that's all like, a "woe is me" song, it's it's not very charming. That's pretty depressing.
right.
Like there's not much entertainment there, I guess, depending on what you're looking for. But I think most people are looking for something, you know, that handles the duality, like you're saying. Yeah,
Right.
that's an interesting quote, huh?
Is that a cool one?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of my favorite John Lennon song now.
I like.
Came through the bathroom window.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that whole. I'm working on a gigantic master, uh, finger style arrangement of the whole back of Abbey Road.
Sweet.
Um, because I just am nuts, and I want to do that.
That is so cool.
hmm
When you're recording it or writing it, do you have a program that does it, or do you take notation yourself? And
yeah, I use a program called Guitar Pro 8 that has like it writes the tab out and stuff, so I could just type the numbers in and then it makes it all.
oh, okay, you can't put the audio in and then have it transcribed.
Oh no, I do it by ear. I do it myself.
Hmm. Is there even an instrument in your hand while you're doing it?
Um, most of the time, but sometimes I'll listen to a song and I don't need it, and it scares me because I'm like, I'm like, no, like I'll even be listening to like a jingle or something, and I can't turn on. I'm like F, B flat, C,
Wow.
and I'm like, my brain is too powerful. I'm like Megamind, but it scares me. So that's
I think I figured out Viggy is the AI.
yeah,
Wait, do you remember when you posted the AI video about how to finger pick on the ukulele?
yeah.
I remember that it wanted you. It was doing pretty good. Grab the ukulele, hold it like this, blah blah blah. Then turn the strings to your stomach, and you were like,
Yeah. They almost had it. It got me to here, and I was like, okay. And then it was like, make sure the sound hole's facing you, and I was like, strike one, all right. And then it was like,
that's
use
right.
these certain fingers for the strings, but it was like this. So it was like backwards, like your thumb. Oh no, it was this way.
Oh,
And then it was also facing you. So I'm like, okay, so we're at this now.
yeah.
And I was like, I don't think they don't know what's up yet.
No, here's what I want to know. What do they know that we don't?
Right.
Maybe we could be. People turn out should have been playing like this the whole time.
Yeah, like upright bass. That's how we should be playing it.
Oh, that would be kind of sick.
You're like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try it now. I wanted to ask you a little bit about some teaching stuff. So, when you teach songs to a group of people, whether they be, or it might be different if it's a young class or if they're older players, how do you pick which song is like what makes a song teachable? I guess I'll say. Like, do you stick with like easy chords or something that's easily kind of teachable, or is it a certain song that you're like, this song rips, we should learn it?
That's a great question. For me, the biggest thing is with lessons or any business is that you want retention, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want people to come back. You want them to enjoy it and come back. So what I do is I try and inform them some of the four basic chords: C, G, A minor, F, and then kind of make a suggestion or two based on the information I have about them,
Mm-hmm.
and the songs or music they've mentioned, and try and make a suggestion off of that, or try and find a song that they want to do, and find a way to transpose it to C, and usually that could do the trick.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think a big thing is like I love learning about music through the students. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you into? What is I wouldn't know about this band AJR. I really like this one. It was a really great band. I think
Mm-hmm.
I did not know about them a few years ago until a student of mine introduced them. Uh, Olivia Rodrigo. I mean, everybody knows about her, but I really got into her big because of our job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love that. I'm so grateful for that. It's like, what a wonderful perk.
Right? Like, just being able to just share in music in general with students is so cool. Like, whether it's a song they bring forward or like something, yeah, you just discover something through them while you're teaching them. You're also learning from them in terms of like different styles. It's just like, it's so cool. I agree.
Yeah, I think one of the things that's so I'm so profoundly honored by is that you know this has gotten me through so many parts of my life. You know, um, good and bad.
Hmm.
And so the idea that you might be helping somebody have that kind of comfort when they really really need it.
Yeah.
Is awesome. And like I like to another thing that really kind of almost overwhelms me when I think about it is that they are gonna probably show somebody else too, and then this thing really spirals and snowballs into um, this really positive outlet that I think is for me is tantamount to exercise. You know, I think both are really really important to keep me straight. Honestly, keep my head screwed on. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
No,
Um,
that's beautiful. I always say that my relationship with the internet and making like uke stuff online, I always think of it as such a positive thing because no matter what I post on anything, there's always a comment that says, "How do you do that? Can you make a tutorial for that? I want to learn that." Like on any video you watch online, someone is commenting that they want to learn what you're doing. Like they want to learn, they want to be able to learn new things. Like same thing, if they share that with somebody else and go, "You should learn this. This is so cool." Like I feel like I've done my part in the musical world.
yeah, a great service. You
Mhm.
know, I think we're in an interesting impasse that where it used to be if you were educated in music, it would be like there'd be some love lost for the career that could have been, right? There's some
Right.
kind of, but actually your education has kind of made you famous in your circle. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so it's interesting that you can kind of have your cake and eat it too a little bit. I don't know. I think I could see you enjoying the attention of it. I don't know. Do you have any?
I like do and don't. So the way that I approach, I guess just me putting stuff online is like I just think about it like I'm sending a Snapchat of a demo of something I'm doing to like a friend. Like that's always kind of been my mindset of it, and that sounds like silly, but like if you think about it, if you like just prop your phone up and you're sending it to like your boy and you're like, "Check out this riff I just did." Like you're not thinking of like doing a perfect take, really. You don't have any stress of like, oh my god, what's he gonna think? Like, you're like, this is my boy. Like he's gonna
Mhm.
think it's cool. So
Yeah.
like I that was my like my headspace when I started putting stuff online. I was just like, I'm just gonna post this because I think it's cool and like I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah, because
then like
you're proud of it.
right, and then like thousands of people started to watch, and I was like, okay. And then I kind of, to make myself not freak out about it, like about how many people are looking at it, I think of them all as my boys. Like everyone is now a boy of my bro. And I'm like, guys, check this out. This is cool. And then they're like, so it's, I don't know, that sounds like ridiculous to say out loud, but that's genuinely how I think about it. I have to think about it.
Hogs. Those are my ukulele hogs.
Yo, yeah.
Yo, somebody's got to feed the hogs. You know what I'm saying? You know, I heard this interesting thing recently by that guy Rick Rubin, the producer.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking about, you know, when you're working on an album, this has really informed me and kind of given me some more momentum, I feel like, is when you think of your album, don't think about, are my friends going to like this? Are my fans, you know, are your fans going to like it? Think about, do I like it? Am I proud of it? And like, for me, it's always been a dream to put out a real body of work, because to me, the album is the holy grail of a musician's achievements, right? Not the perfect album, but you know, the perfect album, right? Great album, legendary album, start to finish. You know, to me is really exciting. It's something I would always love to pursue. You know. Mm-hmm. As opposed to, and I feel like that kind of thinking is what held me back for a long time. I've been working on all these songs for maybe longer than I'd like to admit. Some of these songs have been recorded for a while. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that thinking was the hindrance. I think that's a big reason why people don't get into playing music or specifically ukulele sometimes, is that they're worried about how they're going to sound. You know, am I going to sound bad? You know, but so basically, I say, forget the haters, right? Yeah. No time.
Get them out of here. Just get them out.
Get them out. Yep.
Get them out. But yeah, as long as you're genuine, your intent making music should be to make music and have a good time. That should be your only two priorities, is that you're having fun and you're making music. And as long as you are just being yourself and strumming and fingerpicking and doing whatever you're doing as you're making sounds, you having fun, then you're rocking. That's it. That's how you have to be with it.
How long do the videos usually take?
For me to do, like, start to finish?
Yeah.
It depends. If I do, like, a finger style, really heavily edited thing, probably, like, 2 hours total, including me shooting it and editing it.
Wow. You can do it in 2 hours, filming everything.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
And I edit it on my phone, which is good and bad, but I like to have it all in one spot, but then I'm also like this. Like, editing it. I'm like, drag the little timeline over, and it's kind of looks ridiculous, but yeah, so I would say like 1 to 2 hours, I guess, is how long it takes me to do.
Incredible. That's awesome.
Thanks.
I think, what's the next song you're gonna have to do? You probably already did Vampire.
Yeah.
Old news.
Probably. I've been getting tons of comments to do another new Boy with Uke song, so it's probably one of them.
Yes.
That guy, he does minute-long songs, and he's got like 30 of them, and like I get the comments all day to do, can you do this Boy with Uke song? I'm like, I got it on a list. I could do like a 30-day Boy with Uke challenge, and it would be 30 different songs because of how many songs that guy puts out. I respect the hustle, but like
it's crazy. How young is he? Do we know?
I think he's 20. I know he's younger than me. I think he's either like late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, he's shrouded in mystery. He wears the mask. Right?
Yeah, so we don't know.
We don't really know.
No. He should come on my podcast. Boy with Uke, if you're watching, because I know you are.
Yeah.
VIGGYTALKS.
Yeah, give Ukulele Jake a break, man. I got work to do. Yeah, I got what do I gotta do? I don't know, I forget. is original from the new album called Come See, Come Saw. Here you go, so you can see the fancy finger work, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, take notes, Viggy. Here you 2, 3, 4. I got COVID on the week we departed. I was sitting up by myself, wondering how this whole thing even got started. I had only one phrase to tell, singing, come see, come saw, come see you later, maybe never, hey, I don't know. Come see, come saw, said maybe never, but here's to letting you go. Maybe I love the pain, maybe you love the hurt, but there's something wrong with me. A little snippet for you. Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. I love your singing. I love the growl at the end. I love your groove when you're strumming.
Yeah. Yeah. I have growl if nothing else.
That was cool. Are you playing that on a baritone?
No, this is actually a super tenor.
Oh.
Yeah, or a jumbo tenor. So it's like a really big tenor. But I've been playing on the baritone a ton lately. I feel like that one almost sometimes suits me best. You know what I mean? Which I feel like is so contrarian. If like you're gonna choose any of the ukuleles to play like baritone, like Jesus, you know, like come on, takes himself seriously, you know.
Right. Now we're gonna head into our back segment of the show called 5 Faves. Our first one's gonna be, what's your favorite movie?
Ooh, favorite movie? Cool Hand Ukulele Uke. No. No. My favorite movie, I think, right now would have to be, if I had to choose, gun to my head, I like Cabaret a lot. I like that soundtrack. Yeah. Maybe this time, for the first time. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you take any, that's a musical, right?
It's a musical, but I think Liza Minnelli did the movie version.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew she did that song, but I couldn't remember if she had done it on Broadway or if it was a movie.
Maybe both, right? She was kind of on both. She was a bit of both.
Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'll say yes. Someone prove me wrong. For right now, it's a yeah.
Do you have a favorite movie right now?
I think right now, I'm getting into, like, Halloween mode. So for me right now, it's They Live, I think.
Ooh.
Probably They Live. Also, Shaun of the Dead is a classic.
Nice. You really are in the Halloween mood for show.
Yeah, and I have my little gizmo that sits right by my computer. Although he's a Christmas movie, technically. Not Halloween, this would be Christmas. But
don't tell, he doesn't need to hear that.
I know, he doesn't. I'm sorry. You don't need to hear that.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, our second favorite's gonna be, what's your favorite book?
Oh, you know which book I like a lot? Of Mice and Men.
Nice. That's a solid.
Have you read that one? You know that one,
yeah.
Yeah, Lenny and George. At the end, he's like, Lenny, we're gonna go be with the chickens or whatever. And it's gonna be okay. Don't worry, Lenny. Poor Lenny. Yeah. No, I'm just laughing because last night I was hanging out with a friend. We were jogging up the stairs, and we had one of those moments where he was like, "Don't worry, Jacob. We'll be up there soon." But he truly know that his days were
right.
He wouldn't make it.
Right. Oh man.
Yeah, so he shot me in the back of the head.
Who would you'd play? Would you play Lenny or George if you were cast in it?
Both are really good roles. Maybe I might take George though, because George is like the fast talker.
Yeah.
I'd like to play that role. That sounds like a little bit more. And also, Lenny gets shot in the back of the head.
Our third fave is going to be who's your favorite artist or song. So if you have a band whose favorite song you like, you could do that. Or you could do your favorite band and then your favorite song, or however you want to.
Yeah, I do have favorites. I know exactly for that one. There's a Towns Van Zandt song I've been really into lately. He's a country artist, and the song is about a card game, and they talk about the different cards. And in like carnival culture, there's the cards represent a lot of different stuff. Every card represents something, different suits. Eight of spades is like death, or and some of them are diamonds, usually good fortune, or financial clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And so he does this song, and he talks about the different the different cards. And I love those analogies, those songs, and learning more about like the deck of the cards and how there's like a whole culture to it.
Yeah, that's way cool. I didn't know all of that. I only knew like tarot cards, but those are like specific things. I didn't realize that playing cards had all different kind of meanings.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. And once I learned about it, it's kind of like their tarot in a way. You know what I mean? So they could read tarot and charge you for it, probably.
Right. Right.
But it's fun. It's a really fun intro, and it's interesting to learn about the culture because, the whole tarot and horoscope, astrology stuff, all this, it's really looking in the mirror. We kind of, it's a way to get us talking about our feelings and how we see ourselves in the world. Mm-hmm. We're the ones who created it, after all, right? So, it's a reflection. And that's just another reflection.
That's interesting. That's real cool. Yeah. What was the name of that song again?
It's called Mr. Mud and Mr. Water, I think.
That's cool.
Yeah, so in case you're interested, Mr. Mud and Mr. Water. It's the two guys playing the game. Those are the two guys playing the game. Favorite artist, though, that I've been listening to lately? My friend told me that I'm not allowed to like this, but I do. I've been listening to that Lil Nas X song, "Industry Baby," right?
Oh yeah.
And I like the Jack Harlow verse a lot, so I guess that could be my answer. I like the Jack Harlow verse a lot. He said, "Watch it with that." I don't know why. I guess.
I don't know either. Hey man, like what you like, right? I don't know.
It's got a badass verse on that one.
Yeah. Our fourth one's gonna be what's your favorite food?
Oh, favorite food. Well, it has to be what I think what I made last night was really, really good. I'm a bit of a chef sometimes.
Nice.
Mood strikes. And so I'm living in Flatbush. I was telling you it's like a Caribbean neighborhood, right? Mm-hmm. And so I made this, I was in the mood for chili, so I made this chili, but jerk style.
Ooh.
Isn't that interesting? Like,
yeah, that's interesting.
I love the jerk sauce always. It's a great flavor. And so I was like, oh, if I could put that in a chili, that could be like really good and kind of spicy and stuff. Yeah. And also just like living around here, I've never lived in this neighborhood before, so it's really fun to, really try and embrace the opportunity of living in a new place. That's the best part about living in New York, I think, is moving to a new neighborhood and relearning everything.
Yeah.
How you get around, what you eat, what you do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just great to shake it up like that, Yeah.
That's cool. Jerk chili. That's awesome.
Yeah. You try it.
I want some.
I got
it. I'm coming.
Yeah. It's right.
It's right off screen. It's right here.
I'll come pick you up from the train station in Atlantic.
Cool. We are now down to our final favorite, which is going to be, what's your favorite hobby? Ideally, not music related, but it could be if that is. But what's just something else you like to do?
No, music isn't even a hobby anymore. At this point, it's a full-blown obsession. Mm-hmm. I think hobby would be giving myself too much credit, I think. Well, I like to read the. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna say. I like to read the New Yorker. That's fun.
Nice.
Um, but I think definitely a hobby would be like for me, like jogging or something. Where
Mhm.
I do it a few times a week, exercise, and then of course drinking is a really popular hobby of mine. That's oh yeah, what's that one? Oh yeah, yeah. What's
Oh
that?
yeah, that other one I do.
Yeah, the other one that's around like at every party. Yeah, that one. Oh, he kind of snuck that one at the end. He snuck that in. He's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe drinking.
Like drinking and running and jogging.
running. Dimension of an athlete. Athletically drinking Jaeger.
Probably not too good to do them at the same time, right? To like run down the street with like the
You
brown
only
paper bag.
if you've been drinking and you're running, it's because you have to be running.
You're running from something, and I might need to run too, right?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
see that. Yeah.
Everybody's got to go. Gotta go. And that's how she wraps up her podcast. She's like,
Right.
don't ever go home.
Everybody's gotta go. So
What are you wearing right now? You got like a Beatles football jersey on or something. Oh, okay. It's
just a hoodie. Yeah, it looks like a football jersey, right?
I thought it was like a football. She's got like the yeah.
I got practice. I gotta go. I got practice.
What do you think about the football guy who's dating the Taylor Swift?
Oh, that is so. I'm so detached from that. I don't care about either one. I just really don't. Like,
You're the only person in America who has
I
like
know. It's just like I don't understand. I was never really a Swiftie. Like I just never got into Taylor Swift's music. And like, don't come for me, please, please. But I hear people coming for me already. But like, I don't know. I just don't get the obsession of like when she's at the football game to have a camera on her, just filming her enjoying the football game. Like, let her rock. You know? That's what I'm saying. Let her chill out at the football game. She doesn't need to have her own reaction cam.
yes.
Like,
Yes.
like,
She's got her own reaction cam for sure.
yeah, like,
You just like, keep it right, right here.
yeah, she's like off in the corner. Like, I don't even know what team is he on. The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Oh, got that right.
Yeah.
It's because I got my football jersey on. But
Yeah.
it's like they have her in the corner the whole time, and then whenever the Chiefs scored a goal, they'd cut to her. Like, yay! Like, let her rock. Let her have a good time without a camera.
Like, this is disturbing my Jets game.
Right? Yeah, you're trying to watch that, and it's like I don't. Yeah.
Trying to see the Jets, dude.
Right.
What's the Jets right now?
What's your take on Taylor Swift and that guy?
If it's too good to be true, something's here. I mean,
You think something's up?
Yeah, I think it's a sham.
Mm.
I think, but that's cool. I mean,
Right.
you got to do, your career. You're trying to advance your career, I guess. I don't know. You know,
I don't know either.
I'm just, yeah. I'm trying to put. I just came from being around a lot of Swifties, so like, I'm getting myself a little bit of, a little bit of room, a little blank space between the two.
Yeah. A little bit of blank space. Yeah.
Nice to talk to you. How you been?
I know we'll leave a little blank space there between us and Taylor Swift. So
Yeah.
let the good people of the internet know where they can find you, Jake, my friend.
Yes.
What are you up to? Drop all the links. I'll put them in the description. Let the people know what's up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, ukulelejake.com is a great place to start. If you look up Ukulele Jake on Spotify, you can find some music as well as Apple Music. But yeah, Instagram, that would be perfect. I'll send you the link too, and hope to stay in touch with everybody. You've got good taste in podcasts if you're listening to Viggy's rap sesh.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan, Viggy. So thanks a lot. I'm very happy to spend this time with you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Always a pleasure chatting and talking to you. Hope to see you soon. Next time I'm in Brooklyn, I'll give you give you a ring.
You know it. You know it.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
be well. Keep on uking till you puking, and just making good vibes, good music. Just you putting out good, and that's a good thing. So
Thanks, Viggy. You too, man. Much love.
much love. And thank you all for watching this episode of Viggy Talks. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the things you do to support a podcast, and make sure you tune in next month to see who I talk to next. Bye bye.